What's going on, guys? My name's Christian, and welcome back to Christian Does Tech. Now, it's been a while since I uploaded, and I want to thank you all so much for the support on the Twister OS video. That thing got 124 views, and I'm so proud of that video. So let's keep the ball rolling on that. If we can hit 3 likes this video, that would be greatly appreciated. And remember, go subscribe to my main channel as well, Christian Fire Cup, to get all gaming content and just random stuff I post on there. Now, in today's episode, I'm going to teach you how to set up VMware Workstation 16 and get a Linux, get an Ubuntu VM machine. Oh my god, I'm spacing out, sorry. Get an Ubuntu VM machine running on your computer today with no problems, okay? This is very exciting because I love working with virtualization machines, and this is no different to one. You could also run Windows, other Linux, and FidoOS, which is Chromebook, which I'll be showing how to do in this episode as well. So, how to install Chromebook and just Linux in general. So, first, I want to show you how this Linux OS looks on the, the VM itself. Oh my god, I'm losing my mind. So let's just press play virtual machine. You'll see it will full screen itself like this, and it will load the VM by itself. Now, you're probably wondering, why do I want a Linux virtual machines? Now, I'm going to be honest, as a Windows user myself, I never liked Linux until this year. I just love the possibilities of how Linux is just coded, and I just like Ubuntu in general. It's a more clean look, it's a more sophisticated look for me, and I like using Ubuntu command prompt as well. So yeah, that's basically one of the reasons why you should try out Linux, and not the Windows Substrate Linux, because that is great, don't get me wrong, I really like that, but that does not let you do everything that Linux can actually do. This is a full Linux drive. That means it has an internet connection and everything else to go with it right here. So that's why I recommend installing a virtual machine instead of the Substrate. Now, if you just want a command prompt line and do Linux commands like that, now that is totally fine. The Substrate work perfectly for you. But, as you can see, I like desktops, I like having the application store, and I like just all that juicy good stuff. Now, as you can see, once it will take, depending on your computer speed, a little time to boot up, but after it does boot up, you'll see that we'll go into a desktop, and everything will be a-okay, and you'll be running the Linux desktop Ubuntu 20, Ubuntu 20 Lite on a Windows computer, as you can see right here. Now, this is not going to be meant for gaming. You can play games on it, but just to show you what happens when you do play games on it, I'll show you right now if we type in Steam. Now, I think to fight this, I could enable 3D graphics. I will check if I have that enabled, because if I don't, I really should. But we'll check that in a later date. But as you can see, Terraria runs at like 3 frames a second. You'll see right now. I don't know if my Steam's logged in, so it's probably going to ask me to log in. But if it is logged in, I will show you. If it isn't, then, it isn't. But yeah, so this is just Ubuntu. You have access to all your files, your documents. You can drag things from your main PC into this PC, and it's just a very good time in my opinion. I like this a lot. Verifying Steam installation, but it's a virtual machine, so everything's gonna be a little slow. Now that we got that out of the way, now we got all the disclaimers out of the way, we are not doing that. We are going to power off this machine. It's going to turn off. It's going to be beautiful. Now, let's get into the part on how to install VMware right now, okay? To install VMware, as we wait for VMware to close itself, there we go. To install VMware, you're going to open Chrome. You're going to type in VMware, not VMware, okay? You're going to go to the official website, okay? You're going to go to downloads, free product downloads, and I want to work with the vSphere hypervisor. I will be doing a video on that once I can actually pay for stuff and, pay for bigger objects. This is made for server PCs, and I'm very excited to test that out. But we are not downloading the vSphere hypervisor. We are downloading the workstation player. Now, it says try 15.5, but when you actually install it, it'll turn into 16. Press download now, and you'll get an installer. You'll run the installer. Once the installer is done, you want to press, this is for non-commercial use. If I can spell it, this is for non-commercial use, and then you will see, drumroll please, this. Now, we're going to create a Linux virtual machine. You're probably saying, Christian, this is probably the most complicated, so complicated, you got to rewrite the Linux substrate system to support Windows, blah, blah, blah. No, this is how easy it is. You press create virtual machine. Then you press browse ISO. You're going to go to wherever you have your ISO located, which I will find right now. Let me see if I can even find it in here. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to find it in here, am I? Ooh, okay, Well, I will be right back to find the ISO. Give me a minute. Okay, we have found the ISO. So once you have located your ISO, you're going to press open. And you're going to see, it says 64-bit operating system detected, 20.04.1. Now, if you want to know where to get this ISO, you're going to open your web browser and type in Ubuntu. And you're going to go to Enterprise Open Source, and you're going to press Downloads. Once you're at the Downloads page, you're going to press Ubuntu Desktop. Now, if you're using any other Ubuntu server, you will download it right here. But you are using the Ubuntu Desktop. Once you click this, you wait 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it will start downloading in the background. Now, once it is fully downloaded, you're going to press Browse, and you're going to find it. Now you're going to press Next. Now you're going to type in your login. I'm going to make this test. The username is going to be test. The password's going to be test. And wait, the password's actually going to be secret. Because I remembered SSH exists on Linux. So, secret password. And you're going to select where it's going to be installed. Now you're going to press next, just support, and we're done. Now you're going to see that it's going to load up the VMware. Now, this is a great sign. This means everything is working correctly. As you can see, it's going to download, it's going to check the disk. Now, we are going to wait for this to finish. And after it's checking the disk, it's going to ask you, I believe, where to install this. And you're going to click the disk that has 20 gigabytes of space, because that's what it is. It's a 20 gig space disk. Now we are waiting. I'm going to drum while we wait. Check, finish, no errors found. Now it's going to load. And basically, at this point, you will follow the install instructions and you'll have a VPS, a virtual private system, on your computer, or you'll have Ubuntu to do whatever you want with. As you can see, this is just a virtual machine, and it'll bring you to the same product. As you can see, everything is working pretty great. And yes, we are here. You'll actually hear all the audio. It's really cool. It's going to verify the installation. It's going to do all this. And as I said, after it's done detecting all the file systems and everything about it, you're basically done. You have Ubuntu on here. You can move everything around. You can, mess with stuff. It is copying files. If you want to see what it is doing, you can see right here. It is basically just installing it. And once it's installed, it's going to ask you for your password. Whatever you typed in your password, you'll put right there. And that, my friends, is how to install a VM on your main system. Now, this is no means a VM machine. Let's be real here. This is a gaming machine. But it is cool to experience other operating systems. One of my favorite operating systems is FidoOS, because this thing is a Chromebook-based operating system. And I just love Chrome OS. I mean, it's a pretty good operating system running on very crappy hardware. Like, if Chrome OS was running on PCs or laptops, normal laptops, then it would probably be a force to be reckoned with, because it has Linux support, it has all the support to actually be a good computer, if that makes sense. But it does not have the power. Now, as you can see, I am loading into my FidoOS right now. You're going to see it log in, and this is the power of VMs and virtualization. Now, if it gives you any error about not being able to start the VM or giving you an error about that, now here's how I'm going to help you fix it. First, if you're doing FidoOS, I think you can Linux. I don't know if Linux is here. It does not. Okay, so FidoOS does not support Linux yet, which sucks, but okay. Now, for the most important, this is like the troubleshooting part of the video. This is the only problem I really experienced with this. If you are having a problem with these working, then there's two things you're going to need to do. First, I want this to close. You're going to type in turn on and off Windows features and programs. You're going to make sure, you're going to scroll down like this. You want to make sure that, oh wait, no. So make sure that the hypervisor platform, if it's giving you the error, make sure the virtual machine platform, the hypervisor platform is on. Now, if it's still giving you that error, and the reason why I have it off is I have just, I have support for it without it on. If it's still giving you that error, I'm going to show you how to fix it right now. Okay, so make sure your computer is off for this step. Hello, everyone. Now, you're going to turn on your computer, and depending on what button it says when you boot up, you're going to keep clicking it. For my computer, it's escape, but for your computer, it's going to be F12, F9, F8, or F2, I believe. Now, you're going to keep spamming the button. It tells you to when it boots up. You might have to boot up once for it to show you which button you press. But as you can see, for me, it is the escape key. I'm going to keep spamming it till the menu pops up. Beautiful. Now, once you're in a menu like this, you're going to press BIOS Setup, which is F10. You're going to be taken into something that looks like this. Now, this is scary. I know it's scary. It is very scary for me too. But what you want to do is you're going to go over to security. Now, you're going to go into System Security. And you're going to press Enable Virtualization Topic. Virtualization Technology. Make sure this is enabled, or VM machines probably won't be able to run on your computer, and that's probably what's giving you the error. Okay? Make sure that is enabled. Now, after that's all done, I'm going to press Escape to cancel, Escape here. I'm going to press, for you, you're going to press Save Changes and Exit. For me, I'm going to press Ignore because I already had that on. And that is how you get virtual machines running on Windows 10. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you leave a like, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And this is Christian Does Tech, signing off. Goodbye, everyone.